Hello YouTube, this is Sean from the Pompey Games Room. So, I can't make any sort of video game reviews or anything because of my laptop dying, but I can upload videos for things like this via my phone without any real problems at all. So, today we're going to take a look at something I've had in my collection for about sort of 2 years now, and it's pretty beat up. As you can see, it's sort of, all the pages are fraying, it's faded and stuff like that, but you know, sort of for 99p or whatever it cost me back in probably 2 years ago, it's worth every penny because it literally goes through every single Sega game that was out at the time. It does a little review for them, and as you can see here, it's for Master System, Mega Drive, and Game Gear. So, and also Mega CD. Sorry, forgot that there. So basically, this is, as it says here, the Bible. So, over 350 games featured in this magazine. Basically, this came out as a sort of, how could you say, a sort of compendium or something, sort of all the reviews that they had done in Mean Machines magazines over the years when this magazine came out. So we start off here with the edited by Jazza Regnal. I do believe he was on Games Master a fair few times as like the special guest presenter, sort of, you know, for the challenges they had and things like that. So he's sort of had some input in this magazine. I'm not too sure if he actually still is at Games Master, Jazza Regnal. I do remember his sort of name being said a fair few times on Games Master, but yeah, that'd be interesting to look into that anyway. So, as you can see here, this includes vouchers of up to £30 off Virgin Games. That was an awesome store back in the day. I always remember going to Virgin Games when I was younger. So we open it up here. 2 mil from Justin, 18th of December 1993. Or was that a 5? It looks like a 93 there, if I'm being honest. So anyway, we open it up. First few pages now, obviously the introduction, heavily financed by, the magazine was probably heavily financed by Virgin, being the sponsors. So they're going to have their logo pretty much everywhere. So here we go, greetings Sega fans. I'm not going to read all this out. Looking at the camera here, you might even be able to make that out. So if you guys fancy looking at that, take a look. So, here we go then, the reviews. Basically, this is the Mega Drive contents, as it says along the top there. So we've got all the games listed here, from the Addams Family, right the way down to Kid Chameleon. Another page, so a fair few Mega Drive games that have been reviewed in this. And now we come onto the Master System. So there was 2 pages of Mega Drive games, and it looks like a page, double page spread of Master System. We then got Game Gear games, and it looks like a pretty similar thing there, to be honest, sort of a page spread, I suppose. Okay, so here we go then. This magazine basically outlines all the games in their own sort of, no, there's 4 per page spread, really. So you've got 4, you've got 2 on each side. So we're going to start off here with 688 Attack Sub. Basically, it'll be as per your magazine reviews it used to have back in the day. So it'll give you a little bit of spiel about the game on the side here, a few screenshots and you know, who it's done by, and yeah, sort of a little review really, just going through it. And it's been quite handy for me during my collection actually, for games that I wanted to actually pick up quite early on to actually try out and see what they're like. So anyway, down the side then we've got a few rating things here. Looking at this, I'm just looking at some of them here, and to be honest, they've been scored pretty highly. 688 Attack Sub. Yeah, it doesn't look like the most interesting game in the world, but it's scored 84% overall. And yes, the scoring system works as presentation, graphics, sound, playability, and lastability. Well, lastability, I don't actually know if that's actually a real word, is it? Lastability? That'll be one to look up for sure. But anyway, 688 sub scored 84%. So, anyone that's played that game, let me know if you think that is worthy of 84% from a Mega Drive game library. So anyway, here's a more reliable one here. Alex Kidd in the Enchanted Castle. An awful game, I can't stand that game. And that scored 50%. So we've got Alien 3 here. Thought to be one of the best games on the Mega Drive really, Alien 3. Scores 90% pretty much, 89% there. Yeah, pretty good game. I really like Alien 3, and yeah, let's have a look at playability, because that's a good, yeah, 90% playability for Alien 3. Then we've got Alien Storm, 75%. Elijah Dragoon, 87%. It looks an interesting game, that. I might have to look at that. I think that's actually one that comes up on eBay quite a lot. So, Alter Beast. God, I cannot understand why that game is such a classic. I suppose it's because of an arcade hit back in the day. But 48% it scored. Not good at all. Playability, 60%. Last ability, 45%. Yeah, that's probably about right, to be honest. Anyway. Yeah, you've got to love games back in the day. Amazing Tennis. I mean, you can imagine the brainstorming for that name, just in like a meeting. What are we going to call this game? What are we going to call it? Oh, guys, we've got 20 minutes till McDonald's closes. Oh, sorry, let's just call it Amazing Tennis. And to be fair, it scored pretty amazingly, 89% there. To be fair, it doesn't look that bad, to be honest. So, yeah, maybe I'll eat my words on that when I actually get it. Considering this game here, Andre Agassi Tennis, actually looks graphically better than Amazing Tennis, and yet it only scores 38% overall, which is quite crazy, really. I mean, here we go, screenshots. I mean, Amazing Tennis looks good, but it just looks like it would be complicated to play Amazing Tennis in that view, Whereas that is like a Sampras Tennis view. It looks pretty good. Reminds me a bit of Super Tennis, actually. So, anyway, yeah. 38%, they say. I do have on Agassi Tennis, but I've never played it, so I will have to get around to that. Then we've got Another World at the top there, Aquatic Games. Arnold Palmer's Golf. That looks awful, and 72%. Jesus Christ. Art Alive. I've probably actually played that rather than Arnold Palmer Golf, Art Alive, and it's only got 35%. I mean, look at that. That just looks awful. I mean, you think they could have come up with a better screenshot for a Mega Drive game than that? God. Right. Okay, Atomic Runner. Pretty good game. I've played that a fair few times. 91%. That's very, very small text. You're not going to be able to see that at all. Bloody hell. That is I like that game. Ayrton Senna's Super Monaco GP, one of my all-time favourites growing up, 87%. Back to the Future, not a very good game, 77%. So then we've got things like Bulljack, then a few of the Batman games, pretty much a whole page spread on the Batman games, and just out of interest, Batman gets 70%, Batman Revenge of the Joker gets 68%, and Batman Returns, which to be fair I actually quite like, is 77% rated. So yeah, pretty good there. So, yeah, you get the idea of this now. You can just look through here, and there's pretty much every game that was out at the time on the Mega Drive in here. If it was sort of things like Streets of Rage are rated amazingly well in here. So the games that really, really did sort of have lasting appeal around the time, the Sega generation when this came out, I mean, they're reviewed amazingly well in this magazine. So you've got Batman Returns just here, obviously. This is a Sega CD game, effectively. But basically, this is rated at 93%. So, I mean, just the screenshots here, I mean, when you put that up against Arnold Palmer Golf, I mean, there's no comparison at all. Obviously, the Mega CD was probably out around this time, so they were heavily publicising this. So giving games like this 93% would probably have been a no-brainer for Sega. But yeah, I mean, it's a very, very good sort of magazine to look through, and it technically is a magazine. Like I said, this would have come out, at the same time as I think Retro Gamer do it now. They bring out like every year they bring out like a magazine which is pulling all their reviews into one magazine effectively. So yeah, I mean, this is effectively like you've got back in the day. In fact, I have. So like Retro Gamer do it now with this sort of thing, They put all their magazines and everything into their one yearly magazine, basically, I suppose, like their best articles and, countdowns of top games for systems and stuff. So, and yeah, so effectively, I suppose they were doing it back in the day with the Mean Machines magazines. So anyway, let's have a quick look through and try and find some real classics, I suppose, just to get that across to you. So, Streets of Rage, there we go, there's one. And we've got Streets of Rage 2 below it, which actually scores better than Streets of Rage 1. In my opinion, that's probably true. I do like Streets of Rage 1, but Streets of Rage 2 is the real classic for me. I thought Streets of Rage 3 would have been on there, but it's not. Sunset Riders, 81%. Super Hang-Ons, so we're getting into the S's now. Bound to be a Sonic game pop up every now and again, isn't there? So, no. So, I can't find a Sonic game. Maybe there's one before. No, of course there's going to be one before. Oh, Jesus Christ, Alphabet. Bloody hell. Right, okay, so Sonic, 85%. Sonic the Hedgehog, the first one. Playability, 91%. Yeah, they got that about right. But Sonic 2, my all-time favourite game, pretty much, for the Mega Drive. 96% overall. And you can't argue with that, really, because at the day, this game just sold Sega's, like... Well... They just sold so many Sega Mega Drives with this game. I mean, everyone sort of loved it when it was out. I don't know anyone that didn't like Sonic 2 back in the day when I was in school. Everyone loved it, and it pretty much was responsible for taking the market share for Sega around the Christmas period. So, can't really argue with that, to be honest. Sonic 2 there. What games have we got before that? Snow Bros. Never heard of that. Looks like some rip-off of Super Mario Brothers there, to be honest. Ooh, interesting. Might have to look into that one. Never heard of that. Side Pocket, a game I picked up a few months ago. Pretty cool snooker game, actually. 78%, not bad. Shining Force there, top left. Good game. I'm not really into those sort of games, but Shining Force is one that I've been able to play and really get into on the Mega Drive collections that I've got for the PS3. So, Risky Woods. If my mate Rob is watching this, got a lot of memories of this game. Picking that up at Ross Records, being awful, taking it back, 74%. Yeah, that's probably too generous on it, to be honest. Anyway, so let's look at some Mega CD reviews now. So, obviously we'd already looked at the Batman Returns. Batman Returns. It was Batman Returns. Sorry, what am I on? Batman Returns. But let's look at some others. So there was Echo CD, which I believe was pretty much the same game, but just had music added to it, different music. And all the games on this are rated pretty high, apart from Black Hole Salt, which has got 59%, so they weren't liking that. Lethal Enforcers, a classic game back in the day, which unfortunately you really can't play nowadays because you need the old CRT TVs to be able to pick up the actual sort of signal from it. So the gun that you have to use, you can play it with a controller, but it's pretty much pointless. So Mega CD reviews still here, so you can see there's a fair few. So let's look on to Game Gear reviews there. So Master Systems, here we go. Let's go back to the middle, the beginning of the Master Systems. I believe it was the next sorting page, wasn't it? Pretty much. Okay, so here we go. Arcade Classics, 49%. They weren't liking that. Asterix, 80%. Back to the Future 2. I think this was a game that Ninja Bear Hug did on his SMS quest a few months ago. 24% overall. What's the lowest one there? Last Ability, 21. The levels are either just too difficult or too easy. Either way, they are pretty bad, and you won't play this game much. Pretty honest there. Back to the Future 3. 67%, so they did get it right eventually. Dick Tracy, good game. Remember playing that on the Mega Drive, and one I've recently picked up. You can look out for that on a pick-up video in January. E-Swap, Forgotten Worlds, Ghouls and Ghosts. Brilliant game, I love Ghouls and Ghosts. 80%. So, that's some Master System reviews. Let's go right to the back and try and find some Game Gear. Oh yeah, that's good. Add-ons. Okay, Game Gears. Now, Game Gears, they obviously had quite a lot of games for their Game Gear at the time, so they've just put them in these little things here. And they're all rated pretty high, to be honest. I mean, we've got 79, 92%, 90%, 87, 80%. Not many 50% games on here. So if you're looking for sort of fair reviews across all of the Sega systems, I'll definitely look out for this, guys. It can be picked up for literally pence on eBay. There was quite a lot of these produced, I believe, so you can pick this up sometimes for a good deal. Like I said, I got this for 99p, so Yeah, I mean, go for it, guys. If you want to sort of look at some of the games that were out at the time and things like that, definitely search this bit of memorabilia out, I suppose. I've seen it on eBay as early, well, as early as last week, really. There was one on there with a bite now for £3.50. I'm not too sure if that's still there, but anyway. So here's some add-ons. It doesn't have any prices on here, but it basically outlines all the stuff that they did. So obviously you've got your the Menacer at the top there, the Menacer gun. A universal adapter. It looks pretty much the same as any other adapter, really. So we've got Game Gear stuff here, TV tuner, the car charger, link cables. And then the new releases. So we've got a whole double page spread on Street Fighter 2 here, and it looks like it actually continues onto the next pages. So you can't argue with that. Addams Family, new releases again. So we've got all the games that were coming out around this time. Aladdin, June CD, FIFA Soccer, heavily publicised game when this came out. This was a real step up in the football games on any console, really. Gauntlet, Jungle Book, classic game, Micro Machines down here. Obviously these games are being anticipated, so they haven't really got scores. NHL, PA, Hockey, classic game. Sensible Soccer there. Spider-Man vs the Kingpin, a very, very good game. And one of the all-time classics on the Sega CD, in Sonic CD there. So, that's it, guys. New releases finished. Finishing off there with WWF Royal Rumble, which, to be fair, is a brilliant little game. I loved that back in the day. And Zombies. Who didn't like Zombies back in the day? Brilliant game. So, here's your £5 off vouchers. So, you could get Cool Spot. Original price was $44.99. Populous 2, $44.99. Global Gladiators, $44.99. And in European Club Soccer, awful game. You would have been really gutted if you paid nearly 40 quid for that. Terminator, Another World. You could have gotten 5 quid off all these. So here you are, here's your vouchers. So I could still go into Virgin Megastores if they were still around and use them. Obviously not. So anyway, guys, that's a quick summary. I say quick summary, 17 minutes. Mean Machines Essential Sega Guide. Take a look out for it, guys, as it's much more interesting as I've made out in this video, and it won't disappoint you because obviously there's a lot of reading in there, and a lot of sort of stats and stuff you can look through. Look for your favourite games, see how they've scored. Obviously it does Mega Drive, Master System, Mega CD and Game Gear, so plenty in here, guys. Make sure you take a look out for it, and I'll try and get some more videos up, non-game review related, such as this, I suppose, over the next few weeks. Take care, guys. Speak to you all soon. Bye.